When large ships are designed, the basic concept for protecting them from sinking if a hole is punched into the hole is known as watertight integrity. Now, what this means is that the ship is divided into a number of different compartments that are sealed to contain air or can be sealed to keep from flooding coming in, so that there will always be enough air trapped in the ship to provide the buoyancy and keep the ship afloat in case of some kind of a disaster. Of course, when a large number of the compartments are flooded, the other dry compartments may not be enough to keep the ship afloat. I actually witnessed this once. In the late 70s, I did a film for the Naval Ship Command, and they towed an oiler, a small oiler that had lots of different containers to hold different kinds of gasoline. This was not a very big ship, but anyway, it was going to be a target for some naval aviators who came out and spent all day long dropping bombs and firing machine guns at this thing, and it kept right on floating. Finally, when it got dark, the airplanes flew back, and this cruiser that was on scene moved in and from point blank range blew that thing just to pieces. But it still took a long time because there were so many areas that still contained air that it had to puncture them all and get enough water into it to finally sink it. See, many churches are kind of that way. They fail to stay afloat because the areas of faith that should provide buoyancy have either left or are not truly faithful or been given up. Many ships have floundered on rocks, icebergs, shoals because the course they set was not prudent, providing enough damage to open up way too many areas for flooding. Many churches have floundered because they have chosen a course that is not faithful to the Word. It's not a prudent course if you're a church. When a church has more members who are primarily interested in the let me try that again. When a church has more members who are primarily more interested in the money or the attendance than in saving souls, then the faith-filled compartments of that church may not be enough to keep it afloat. Sadly, many of these churches don't, even after they've floundered, close their doors, but they stayed open and ended up serving Satan, though they would deny that. See, Christ did not call us to build large churches. Christ called us in the Great Commandment to go into all the world, baptizing in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, to spread the gospel. That requires that we, the faithful, help keep all the others who are faithful afloat in the face of the rocks, the icebergs, and the shoals of this world. We need to maintain faith-tight integrity so that the doors of the church stay open and stand for, as Jesus tells us in John 14:6, the way, the truth, and the light. For no one comes to the Father except through me. It's the only path. So let's help everybody else stay buoyant in their faith.